Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome into another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. As always, Dan Hafner joining you here, your CEO and founder here of the Run Your Day podcast. Super excited to be with you guys again today. It is Monday morning, my favorite day of the week. I know a lot of you think I might be crazy for that, but I freaking love Mondays. So today's topic is this: failing to plan. As always, thank you all for joining for another day and another week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. So, today's show is about failing to plan, and more specifically, what happens when you fail to plan. I'm going to get more into this in some different episodes that I'm going to talk about later, and I'm actually going to offer a specific training on this as well. But what I do every single Sunday, and that I've done for the past 6 to 8 months of my life, has been setting up myself for success. And that is through a specific planning system that I've devised that just works for me. And I'm going to teach that to you guys if you go on to get, access here in the future to what I'm going to build. But for right now, I'm going to teach you the 3 things that I do that set me up for success every single week, and not just inside of one area of my life, but inside of all areas of my life, including my fitness and my career and my, my spirituality and marriage and all of this stuff. So the first thing that you do when you're sitting down and you're planning, you're sitting down like at the end of the week or beginning of the week or whenever you want to do this, is the first thing: figure out what you did. And I'm talking about like putting down statistics, whether how many times you worked out, how many, did you go on a date night with your wife? Did you, or your, spouse or whatever it is? Did you do whatever like it is? You have to get into a place of metrically tracking what you did. And if you're not at that point yet, it's okay. I would encourage you to come up with a system for that, which is also something I'm going to teach you guys here later on. But, figuring out what you did is the first place. Like, you have to look at the facts of what you did for the past week, right? The second part is figuring out where you want to go. Now, this is just a week from now. This isn't a year from now, 3 months from now, 5 years from now, whatever it might be. Like, where do you want to be at the end of this week? And what do you want to specifically accomplish? Now, this has to be specific, because if it's not specific, you'll get sidetracked. You'll be a generality. You'll get pulled in 90 different directions. It's what happens to you every week, and you know this. And if you're not specifically focused on one thing that you're trying to get after, you'll get, blown off course. That's just the way it goes. It happens in my life. It happens in your life. It does. This is why if you get super specific and clear on the one thing that you need to do, it becomes a whole lot easier to figure out the next part. And the third part is figuring out how you're going to actually achieve that one thing that you set out to do, right? Like, there are usually, if you have a big thing that you're chasing for the week, or a big goal, say you want to work out 5 times this week. Okay, great. That's a great goal. Now, what are the things that you need to do in order to make that happen? You need to schedule time to go to the gym, or, run on the treadmill, or ride your bike, or whatever you're going to do for your workouts. You need to actually block off time to be like, okay, this is when I'm going to go this day. This is when I'm going to go this day. If this comes up, I'm going to go this, and have a backup plan and whatever it takes, right? The second part is I need to make sure that I have, all my workout clothes together and my gear ready to go. And, I'm able to, not be screwed my last day because I don't have any clean clothes and laundry, whatever it is, right? The third part is actually doing it, keeping track of like, okay, I went Monday. Okay, I went Tuesday. Okay, I went through Thursday. And like, boom, after 5, you're done. You accomplished it. But you broke it down into bite-sized tasks and little, just different things that you needed to do in order to accomplish that thing. This happens to us all the time where we get these big goals, we get these big ambitions, and we start doing stuff and we give up because we don't actually keep achieving things, right? But the secret to it is breaking it down into bite-sized, manageable things. Like it's common sense, but it's something a lot of people don't do. I didn't do this for a long time. I'll admit there's still times when I don't do this and I catch myself trying to achieve something big for the week or the month or the year or whatever it is, and I get lost and I'm like, what the heck am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm not putting it into bite-sized chunks. I'm just winging it and going from the seat of my pants, right? And it happens. Like it as long as you realize that, it's okay, right? So those are the 3 things. And I titled this topic failing to plan, because if you fail to do this, like if I fail to do this on a weekly basis, I'm completely lost. Like when it gets to be Monday morning, I'm in that much of a habit with it that when it's Monday morning and I haven't done this stuff, like I'm lost. I don't know where to go. Like I don't know what to do. I'm a very, very structured person. I'm very goal oriented. I'm very like, this is what I need to do. Give me a list of things to do and I'll go do it. Right? I'm not just someone that can keep track of that in my head. I'm not just someone that can come up with it as I go. Like I need a structured plan, right? Maybe you're not like that. And if you're not, more power to you. But if you are like that, this is the way to actually achieve the stuff you want to achieve during the week. When it's busy, when it's hectic, you got stuff going everywhere, fires to put out, like all of this stuff. As long as you have a set plan and a set task list of things that need to get done, you focus on those, at the end of the week, boom, you achieved your big target. So failing to do this can be a recipe for disaster. And that's why failing to plan can be something that is just the downfall, the downfall of all of us, right? So my question for you today is this: where in your life, whatever area it might be, where are you failing to plan, and how is that affecting your results or what you're actually seeing, right? And once you think about this, I challenge you to come up with a way to set a plan for this week. It's Monday. It's time to go. If you're listening to this on a Monday, at least, it's not too late. It's not too late to set up a time, a plan. Figure it out. You can do this in 10, 15 minutes, and you will be so much further ahead. Everybody tells you this, like, oh, I don't have time to do this. You don't have time not to do this, because the time that you sacrifice to do this can put you so much further ahead. It's not even funny. Like, I used to tell myself this crappy excuse all the time. Like, oh, I don't have time to do all this. No, you have time to do this. You just don't make it a priority. You don't commit to it. That's your problem. That's your freaking problem. So where in your life are you failing to plan, and how is it affecting your results? And what can you do today or tonight or tomorrow or whatever it is to actually get a plan in place? That is my daily challenge for you today. And I promise you, if you follow through on this one, you actually do this, you're going to see some results, and it's going to be awesome. And you're going to be really, really thankful that you took the time to sit down and plan this out. So that's going to wrap up today's show. As always, thank you all for joining. Really, really appreciate you guys here. We'll have some special messages coming to you for the rest of the week. But for now, get after this planning. Don't fail to plan. As always, thank you all for joining. Dan Hafner signing off here. Make it a great rest of your day.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.